I'd like to thank Mandy for this one. I was not even thinking about this one this morning. Mandy threw this one out to me. So, one of the weirdest storyline twists I've seen in a very long time. Not since Hornswoggle was Vince McMahon's son. We've seen a weird storyline twist on this one. We found out on Monday, after, what, like 2 months? Ridiculous 2-month storyline. That Kurt Angle in storyline. I had to clarify that to Dad, that this is a storyline. Clarify that. In storyline, has an illegitimate son. And his name is Jason Jordan from American Alpha. What the fuck is going on?
Okay, what are the odds of both of them working for the same company, like in real life?
I know, seriously.
What are the odds?
Oh, brother, for those who are missing the joke, Jason Jordan's black. So let's just explain the joke here while we're playing this. Oh my god. But yeah, this doesn't happen in real life. This shit doesn't happen. What the fuck?
I can't. I seriously just, I can't.
I know. I met Milana, and you're like, Kurt's on next, get by your TV. So, we get home, I get CJ to bed, it's like almost 9 o'clock. I ran up here to turn on the TV. I got up here, Kurt's in the ring. I'm like, perfect timing. Absolutely perfect timing. And then he says that, and I'm like, really? Really? That's what I ran up here for. Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Seriously. It's like a
at this point now, I feel like they just think we're stupid.
Come on. Well, the best part was they apparently did that interview on WWE Network that I have not had a chance to watch, but I heard about it. And apparently, Kurt is not going to reveal the mother because of privacy reasons. and Jason apparently has been looking for his biological father since high school. Apparently. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on? Like, are you kidding me?
I don't get it.
I don't understand how we got here.
Can we have a live DNA test on Raw on like Ms. TV, please?
Well, the funny part is that now Jason Jordan's a solo act. Good for him. I'm proud of him. He can do his thing. Chad Gable, I'm more excited for because he's now a solo act. And he cut a promo on Tuesday by himself. And even he said, I didn't see this one coming. I didn't expect this one. Like,
I don't think any of us saw this coming.
Thank you for being honest, Jason. I appreciate the honesty. I'm like, what the fuck is going on around here? So that was the big storyline.
That tweet was fantastic, though. That tweet was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, shit. So American Alpha is no more, unfortunately. So that's sad.
I mean, they weren't doing anything with them anyway, so...
That's probably why, because they were setting this up. They were setting this up. Like, jeez. All right. Well, we have a lot of news to catch up on, because we disappeared for 2 weeks, and then all hell breaks loose. Did you notice this?
Yes. Yes.
So what did I miss?
I feel like we can play both of those now because of all the news we got to hit. Let's get started. We'll just do this as fast as we can. Go for it.
Austin Aries, out of nowhere, requested his release from WWE.
Yeah, I didn't see this one coming. This was a shocker. This was a big deal. But at the same time, I heard he was an asshole, so I'm not really sure how to feel on this one. Like, I heard he was an asshole, and people didn't really want to work with him anyway. So, so good for him. I expect him in Ring of Honor probably by the end of the year. I really do.
Okay.
How do you feel about Austin Aries being gone now?
What was that?
How do you feel about Austin Aries being gone as the train goes by?
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't hear you. I mean, I was always a fan of his. I always liked him. He was always very entertaining. I know that they really weren't utilizing him. I heard rumors that he was upset that he was stuck on 205 Live, and that was one of the reasons why he wanted to be like on Raw, not on 205. But I mean, it sucks. But I mean, he was only around for such a short time too. It's like, I feel like they could have utilized him a little bit better. But I mean, I guess the best in all your future endeavors, as they would say.
Yeah, pretty much. And I expect to see him in Ring of Honor again. He was a star in Ring of Honor. I expect him there. I think an intriguing match would be him versus Cody right now. I think that'd be intriguing. So,
yeah.
Let's move on to another sad story that kind of came out of the blue.
And literally broke the internet and caused thousands of people to sign a petition to reverse this decision. But WWE announced that the weekly Talking Smack segment has been canceled and will now only be an after pay-per-view thing.
Yeah, that's like Raw Talk. Which, by the way, apparently they didn't tell Daniel or Renee before they announced it. You don't tell the host. You don't tell the hosts of the show when they're canceling their show. Seriously. Because they're the reason people watched that damn show was the two of them. Like, they were so entertaining. I think it was Jake Barnett over on .net who said it perfectly. Like, I'll watch a morning show hosted by them. They're so damn entertaining together. Like, I totally would too. Hopefully they get a chance to do some more down the road. I really like them together. And it was a kind of a shame after everything that happened to see Renee stuck just doing interviews on Monday. I'm like, oh, poor Renee. Like, come on. So we had the Mae Young Classic get started, and we had some news break out of there.
WWE Hall of Famer Alundra Blaze is the backstage interviewer for that Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, they already filmed, apparently they filmed everything. They're set. They've got everything in the bank except for the live finale, obviously.
Right.
They're going to start dropping things out the day after SummerSlam. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm really, really, really excited. If you happen to see the picture that I put up of Bayley, Charlotte, and Becky?
Yes.
Okay, so apparently there was a video that I didn't put up that I found later. You want to know who they were talking to? It wasn't the girl in front of them. Did you find out who they were talking to?
No.
The reason they were putting up the 4 horsewomen thing across the way was Ronda Rousey and the 4th horsewoman of MMA.
What?
They were across the way on the other side of the arena, and all of them were doing that. The only person that wasn't there was Sasha. Everyone else was there. It was crazy, apparently, in the building.
Okay.
So that sounds pretty damn awesome. And by the way, can I say, because I know Bayley was on Stone Cold's show, and she said maybe she wanted to change her look and put her hair down and take the ponytail out and maybe grow up a little bit. I'm okay with that because I really like her with her hair down. So I just want to clarify that. As a fan of hers, I really like her with her hair down.
Maybe if she turns heel, it'll complete the look.
No, it's not turning heel. So moving on to someone who one of the best. Speaking of heels, one of the best in the last 5 years. Go ahead.
Mark Henry on Table for Three announced that he will be retiring from in-ring action and stepping behind the scenes.
What a place to announce your retirement, by the way. To announce your retirement on Table for Three.
Well, I mean, he tried retiring on Raw, and then we saw how that happened. So.
You're right. He can't do it on television again after what happened the last time. You can't. Exactly. No one will believe you. No one will believe you. It was like Edge and Christian when Christian retired and nobody told anybody until Christian came to the ring and said, "Oh yeah, I retired." Like earlier this year, he never told anybody. It kind of happened. But yeah, good for Mark Henry. I'm glad they're keeping him in the company. He's a lifer, so I have no problem with this. I think it's really good for him.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on to other news outside of WWE because we have some of that too.
Yeah, Kevin Kelly, no relation to Kelly Kelly,
no.
ended his run in Ring of Honor to concentrate on New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, apparently. He's been doing commentary for New Japan on the New Japan World. And JR and Josh Barnett, they get a lot of crap for their commentary for the live special. Because JR kept mispronouncing names and not knowing some people, and it was pretty bad during some of the 10-man tags and things like that. So a lot of the wrestlers, like Tamatanga and a bunch of people like that, were really angry at JR for not knowing people's names. And Kevin Kelly, they're actually saying on Twitter, "What happened to Kevin Kelly? He actually knows who we are." Like, oh my god. So there's rumors going around that once JR's contract expires with Access, Kevin Kelly's going to be taking over on Access. So that's that. So, wow. What a crazy turn of events. People were attacking him for how bad he did to announcing names on that special. So, wow.
Meh.
So, moving on to what are the stories that kind of came out of nowhere?
Impact Wrestling, or Global Force Wrestling, or whatever the hell they're being called. Their undisputed world champion, Alberto Del Stupid, was indefinitely suspended after being investigated for a domestic violence incident in Orlando.
Yeah, this is one of the most confusing stories I've seen in a long time that nobody knows the whole fucking facts behind. Like, did he something to Paige? Did he not do something to Paige? Did he yell at somebody? Did he not yell at somebody? There's literally been 3 different stories, and nobody can tell me which one's the real story. What the fuck happened?
I thought I just read that now she's going to be arrested for something.
Who knows? Why not? Why not? Apparently he's still under contract with WWE. He's still under contract.
I don't understand that.
No, there's a reason. They're doing that movie about her family, and they don't want to piss off The Rock. So, because The Rock is producing the movie, and they don't want to piss off The Rock. That's pretty much what's going on right now.
That's ridiculous.
So that's what's going on there. All right. Quick stories that I can explain better. Go ahead.
Ring of Honor and New Japan announced the 2017 Global Wars Tour in October.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see Global Wars because usually they combine Global Wars and War of the World in one tour. And when they dropped the Global Wars name, I'm like, okay, cool. We're sticking with War of the World. Apparently, in October, they're doing a 3 or 4 night event in America called Global Wars, and they're bringing New Japan back. I hope this is better than last year's Global Wars, which turned into New Japan stars beating Ring of Honor stars for 3 days. So hopefully not that again. Don't do that again. Come on now. I mean, they already have a New Japan star holding the Ring of Honor Television Championship, but let's not continue the streak, okay? Let's not do that. And speaking of Ring of Honor, they just couldn't help themselves on SummerSlam weekend.
Of course, they announced that, as my screensaver turned on, they announced that War of the World Liverpool show will be on August 19th, and will be an iPay-per-view on the, Fight
TV app, yep.
Yep, Fight TV app, headlined by Cody, defending the ROH Championship in Sonata.
Yes, so what's going on is they're doing this overseas tour, and they're doing one of the shows on the Fight TV app the night before SummerSlam, which, by the way, for those looking at your calendar, that's the same night as NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. Just
yes.
Make that. No, but there'll probably be a time difference. I don't know the time difference. I think it's like a 8-hour time difference, something like that. So it won't be at the same time. But I'm sorry. I know it's only $20 to watch this show, but I have NXT TakeOver 3 that night, so I'd rather watch that. I'm just being honest.
Yes.
I'd rather watch TakeOver. So, all right. We have one more thing to cover before we get to Battleground. First of all, I'd like to thank somebody for doing something for us here.
Yes.
A very special interview from our friend Kim, who has not been here in a while. She actually interviewed a local indie star from her area and a friend of hers. His gimmick name is Disco Vinny, and he's from Regional Championship Wrestling out in Pennsylvania. And so she sat down with him for about 15 minutes, and we'll throw to that interview right now.
Me and the card attached would say thank you for being a friend.
This is Kim. I haven't been on for a while to talk wrestling, but I'm here with an actual professional wrestler who goes by the name Disco Vinny. He wrestles for Regional Championship Wrestling. How are you doing, Disco?
I'm doing okay, and how are you, Kim?
Good. Okay, the question I think that will be on everybody's mind is, what got you interested in the business?
Well, when I was just a kid, my grandmother took me to the Philadelphia Spectrum to see my first match. I don't remember much about it, other than